As an Arsenal fan and somebody who rates Alexander Isak so highly, this might be one of the worst days. We lose to Liverpool and we lose my favourite player to them as well. Alexander Isak, welcome to Liverpool Football Club. I'm sure my Liverpool family are going to be absolutely delighted. What a day for you. You agree an Isak fee, you get told that Gayhe's probably going to get done tomorrow as well, or today really as I upload this, and you beat Arsenal. It couldn't get much better. I've probably repeated that beat Arsenal about 40 times. But that's how insane this day has been for you. 9 points, top of the league, signing the best striker in the world currently behind Haaland, or with Haaland really. What a saga, to be honest. I'm sure Newcastle United fans will be on this video as well, saying thank God the rat is gone. But I think we can all agree. Let's put our anger towards Isak aside. This is a top player. This is a phenomenal striker. This is somebody who's going to undoubtedly take Liverpool to the next level. I watched Liverpool today and I watched Ekatike. I think I saw a bit of his youth. He did struggle against the two best defenders in the world, really. I know Saliba came off and Mosquera came on. He's really physical. But Isak would have so much joy in a game like that. There was some opportunities where they needed more runs in behind. Isak can do that. Someone to drop deep and dribble. Isak can do that. I just saw that game. I was like, look, imagine Liverpool can make a change. Not Chiesa for Ekatike, but Isak for Ekatike and vice versa. That would be mental. And you can actually play the two together. Off the left, Isak, Ekatike through the middle. Because Gakpo, if he's not playing well, he can be dropped. Wow, man. I honestly... I didn't want to make this video. I really didn't, especially after today's gone with my team losing and losing my favourite player to a rival. I just didn't want to make it. But Alexander Isak's going to make movies at Liverpool. And I think we all just have to come together and say, what a player. 130 million is probably a very good deal for both sides. We had the here we gave from Fabrizio Romano. And Liverpool can move forward. And I'm just thinking now in terms of title favourites, they've got to be, right? And this is not just me taking off the pressure off my club Arsenal, but the money spent on Wirtz, the money spent on Isak, two phenomenal players. Surely Liverpool fans, if you can't win yourself the Premier League or the Champions League, you have to be quite disappointed, right? I mean, you've got high expectations. You're a massive club. You won the league last season. Your goal, surely, improving with these world-class players, Kerkez, Frimpong, has to go for winning the league or winning the Champions League. I'm not going to be a greedy person for you and say you need both to be a successful season, but nothing is stopping you. I feel like getting in Alexander Isak to your front line is big, because I think a lot of people are also forgetting, and I've had this conversation with people, is that these AFCON soon. In January, Mo Salah will be leaving, and we know how good Mo Salah is. So imagine you can have Isak and Ekatike and Gakpo in your front line. Rather, if Mo Salah went AFCON, it probably would have been Federico Chiesa, who's a phenomenal player in his own right and has great moments, but he's more of a moments player. That's a drop-off. We're talking about one of the best strikers in the world. Then you're talking about Chiesa, who's still just really finding his feet again at Liverpool. No doubt about it, Liverpool are building a super team. I'm just trying to think off the top of my head of the guys that played today. You got Kerkez, Van Dijk. It's going to be Kanate or Gayhe to pick from. Leone as well in there. Right back Frimpong. So Boschlei probably can play there permanently now after what he did. He had an absolute blinder. Then you're looking in the midfield. McAllister, Gravenberch, Wirtz, Gakpo, Engamoa, Isak Ekatike, Salah Chiesa. You're now looking at that team and you're thinking, where's the weaknesses? I'd probably say number 6. But you've got Endo who can come in and close games. You've got Curtis Jones who's come in a double pivot and performed. You're looking at this Liverpool squad. I'm thinking one more player in this Liverpool team's unstoppable. I'm thinking of like a Wharton or a Camavinga or a Chouameni, a sitting midfielder, a Belabor even, for more pace and energy in there. I feel like they can get for him next summer. Liverpool Football Club, I am jealous. I'm so jealous that you're getting Alexander Isak. And I'm really salty also because I don't rate Gyökeres. I've said this so many times on this channel. I think a lot of you guys will notice by now. I think he's really, really poor. So when I'm seeing Liverpool title challenges, a title already beating us today, or yesterday, sorry, I'm just perplexed. I am simply perplexed. And for 130, I think, yes, I think it was Fabrizio Romano, 130 or maybe 125. I'm sorry if I haven't got the fee on top, because I just quickly came on to film this video, because I mean, here we go is absolutely massive no matter the time. That's a really top deal. And what's your predictions for Isak, Liverpool fans? I'm saying for 22 goal season in the Premier League. I think he can do it, even though we've only had 3 games. I think he scores 22 in the league. I think he probably takes a couple pens from Salah, because Salah has had a bit of a problem with penalties recently. Give him pens, he gets 22 plus. Champions League, he's perfect for the Champions League. I think Liverpool have got to be right up there as favourites for that competition. I think, to be honest, I'm shaking my head here because Liverpool just looks so strong now. I think if Isak didn't come, I would have had so much more confidence in Arsenal winning the Premier League. Now seeing that, as quick as it was done, I don't have that much confidence. I'm probably, 20% now to 80 to Liverpool. That is how good Isak is and how much stronger he makes them, even with Ekatike. And you're thinking about Ekatike, what can happen to him? He's going to have one of the best strikers in the world to learn off. He's going to have one of the best strikers in the world to learn off. Wow. Hugo Ekatike is already a phenomenal player. He already is. And he's already going to have one of the best, the very best strikers to learn off. And, I want to talk about Mark Guéhi as well, because he scored a phenomenal goal today. He really, really did. He scored a phenomenal goal for Crystal Palace as they won 3-0 against Aston Villa. Heavily involved, wanting to make an impact going forward. And I watched his interview at the end of the game, and the way he speaks, he's just so mature and so humble. Having that sort of humble nature as a footballer is massive. It speaks volume of him as a player, but him as a person. Bringing in somebody like that, who's a humble leader, into Liverpool's dressing room is so key. I think you're bringing in players now who are prime age, really, ready to make an impact right away. You've got your younger players like a Wirtz, like an Ekatike for the future. Not saying that Isak isn't for the future, but you're getting in players who can make impacts across different time frames. And that's how you build a super team. You don't get just players for the here and the now, you get players for the future. And I'm looking at the Liverpool squad. It's young, it's experienced. The old guys are still there. The old heads ready to push those guys forward. And I remember reporting a story on Elise. You bring Elise in with Salah there as well. Chiesa probably leaves next season. I know I'm speaking a bit too far into the future. But you have Elise, Salah, Isak, Ekatike. Then off the left, Engamoa, Gakpo to line off each other. Wirtz and, Szoboszlai in there. Look, it's crazy. It's a super team. Van Dijk and Guéhi with Konate and Leone. Look, every single position. Look, right back, left back, centre half, goalkeeper, Mamardashvili's there. Has an old head, an experienced head. And then a younger, calm, ready to learn guy, humble guy behind. Not many squads in the whole of Europe can say that. And that's a testament to Richard Hughes, a phenomenal DOF, making the right signings, the right deals, and wanting Arne Slot to really take this Liverpool team forward. I'm just extremely jealous of them. They're in a fantastic place going into this international break. And I'm sure I'm going to be making a video later today talking about Guéhi. But my word, Liverpool, congrats on signing Isak.